The presentation that I'm going to give today, let's see, is the clicker working? There we go. Well, is called 6 Thoughts on Crypto. I hit the thing a couple times. So real quick, it's about Web3 and community and NFTs and sharing a few thoughts. So real quick, you know, the second company I ran after .tv was called Bolt. It was a social network that had about 500,000 kids on it when I bought it with the original founder in 2003. And we grew to 23 million users over 3 years. We're the largest social network in the world before MySpace, largely from 8 acquisitions we did. I talked to 100 kids about buying their company because they were good at growing traffic. We were good at monetizing it. One of the kids that I called up, I was the first person to call Mark Zuckerberg and offer to buy Facebook about a month after he launched at Harvard. And fast forward, 2009, I was an angel investor, bought some secondary shares, became a VC, and continued to invest in community-based things like Meetup. And it was on June 29th, 2017, I saw the crypto light, and I've been crypto 24/7 ever since. And I really think that the impact of crypto is infinite. And you know, everybody comes to it with a different prism that they view the world on, and because of the work that I'd done in community, I really came to the belief when I saw crypto that community is the big difference. First, it's the biggest thing in the history of humanity, and second, the thing that's different about crypto from everything that came before was the community, and the importance of community, the importance of incentivizing community, the importance of governing community. And you know, I think it's so central that an analogy that I use is to electricity. So when electricity was first discovered, everybody built their own little electricity plant to power whatever it is that they wanted to power, and it took a long time before they built a big power plant that everybody could just plug into. And that's where we are now in crypto, the fourth decentralized industrial revolution. Everybody's building their own little community. And what we need to do is move from that to a platform where everybody can plug into to grow their community. And so Jody mentioned Crypto Mondays. Crypto Mondays is a meetup that we started on January 8th, 2018. It's now been held in 57 cities. And over time, what we want to evolve Crypto Mondays into is a DAO that will be that power plant that all the different communities can plug into. And you know, what is a decentralized community? Because we use this word community, but it means different things to different people. I describe it as a group of people with a common interest and an agreed upon governance system. But you know, as important as that, when communities work, all members get more value from the community than they contribute. It's kind of magical. And if you think about value, giving value to community members, also known as token economics, you can give them money, but money is very hard, you know, to give in a profitable way. You can give money like things like Bitcoin that people then turn into cash, but there's a lot of work that's involved in producing that Bitcoin. When I was running Bolt and we had 23 million members, we could get a couple of the million members to do almost anything in our community for status. And the great thing about status is free to give, yet people value it really highly. You know, and when I saw the crypto light and I saw the importance of community, I knew that there would be other things that were free to give, free to make, yet people valued really highly. And that's why I'm a massive fan of NFTs, because it's another thing that you can give to the community that the community members can value, and they'll do things for the community, but it doesn't cost anything for the community to make. And so my second thought is NFTs are going to be a core part of the crypto ecosystem. And if you think about value, I think that communities are going to be they're going to grow. The size of a community, I think, is highly correlated to the delta between what it costs the community to manufacture, what it gives to the community members, and what the community members value it at. You know, and so that's, you know, that's the second thought, and that's why if you think about what the biggest communities in the world are, the biggest communities in the world are religions, because faith is free to make, And people value it incredibly highly. And so if you think about building your own communities, think about all the different things that you can give that aren't cash, and actually faith is something that you can give to your community members. And we're not just talking about this, we're walking the walk. So Crypto Mondays has started a program working with NFT.cred to give NFTs to our members, give value to our members. It's early days, but I think it holds a lot of promise. And Crypto Mondays isn't the only community that I'm involved with. I also run the DAOFest community in New York. DAOFest is a part of the DAO Stack ecosystem, and we throw events similar to Crypto Monday all over the world, helping teach the world about DAOs. Because one of the things that I'm very excited about, this was at ETH Denver last week, and an example of an event that Chainlink and Polkadot put on together, is I think there's massive value in community collaboration. So if you think about building up this software program that everybody can plug into to help build, grow, and engage their community, it's not just engaging with the community members that the software is going to massively improve, but it's also the ability for communities to work together, for 2 communities, 5 communities, 50 communities to work together who share a common value. And I think communities working together are really going to be able to accomplish incredible things. And the last point that I want to make is, before I saw the crypto light, I was writing a lot about the profound implications of 5 increasingly dominant tech companies. And it's FAMGA, what I call FAMGA, Facebook, Apple, Microsoft, Google, and Amazon, who, as everybody here in the room knows, is eating up the vast majority of value creation. More than 60% of all tech value creation in the United States over the last 5 years has gone to those companies. And that's great if you're a shareholder of that company, but for the rest of the world, it's not a good thing for reasons that everybody in here already knows. And this is a chart, it's a few years old now, but I love this chart. It's the percentage market cap of the top 100 tech companies. So in 1980, IBM had more than 70% of the market cap of the top 100 tech companies. And as we went from mainframe to desktop, Microsoft became the most valuable company. And as we went from desktop to mobile, Apple became the most valuable company. And what I love about this chart is in just one chart, it shows you that there's nothing constant but change. And when, it was just a few months after I wrote the piece on FAMGA that I saw the crypto light. And I thought, wow, this is it, incredible. Crypto is the thing that's gonna be next on this chart. That's gonna be the thing that changes the world. But now, 2.5 years later, there's something called Occam's razor, which is the simplest answer is probably the answer and what you should focus on. We use a lot of mindshare thinking of things that actually have a really low probability. And it's my view that if we don't optimize community right, if we don't get governance and consensus right, if we don't get token economics right, if we don't understand how to build, grow, and engage the community, all of these amazing technologies that everybody here is working on, the value of all those things aren't going to go to the people in this room. The value is going to go to FAMGA, Facebook, Apple, Microsoft, Google, and Amazon. So we got to get it right. Okay, we got a question from Adrian. There are growing concerns about the right to be forgotten, right to erase data on social media. Doesn't the transparency and immutability of blockchain transactions, in general, NFT in particular, goes against the requirement of future social media? Look, the future social media that we all want is for all of us to be able to control our own data, for all of us to be private if we want to be private, for all of us to be able to take the data and go wherever we want to do, right? That's the promise of this technology. But if we don't get technology right, that promise isn't going to come true, and all the value is going to go to FAMGA like it has for the last 5 years. So, thank you. Let's change the world.